I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too. Fire when the strobe hits you.
That's it, Brian?
Yes.
Bet you're looking for something new.
Good morning, Lakeville South, and welcome to the Southside for April 4th, 2019. I'm Grace Swale.
And I'm Thais Rojas Martinez. In this celebration of coming back from spring break, our show today is all about the transition from winter to spring. Let's get started.
Spring break was a time to travel somewhere warm or stay here and watch the snow melt. Matt gives us a recap of our winter of snow, bad roads, and canceled school days.
With the increase of the snow and the cold weather, kids at Lakeville South are having mixed emotions on whether this is a good or a bad thing.
Some of the days have been a little sketchy, like they shouldn't have been canceled. And then other days we should have had school canceled, but haven't. I just think that it's the superintendent's he's not that old here. He's pretty new here, so he's still figuring stuff out.
With all the snow and the cold weather, recent road conditions have not been ideal for students going to school.
I don't like it because my parents don't let me drive in the snow a lot. So when it snows, I'm always like, dang, I can't drive. So I don't like it.
Well, up at the stop sign, it's always been pretty bad, that four-way. And then right when you're turning right into the south parking lot, that's always pretty bad. But I think the traffic has definitely gotten worse over by the stoplight at the end. So, I think that's getting pretty bad. I think we should do something about it.
Although the weather has not been ideal, some kids are making the most of it by doing their favorite outdoor activities like snowmobiling, snowboarding, and having snowball fights.
Oh, drift for sure.
I'm happy that winter rolled around because I love watching hockey.
This is Matthew Hanisch reporting for the Southside.
Thanks, Matt. It's going to reach highs in the upper 60s this weekend, so hopefully those final patches of snow will finally melt.
The boys basketball team lost in the sections tournament just before spring break. Roll has more information on their season.
Lakeville South boys basketball team's great season has come to an end.
Overall, yes, I think there's been some times where we could have played better during games, but highlights this year, beating North and beating teams like that, it's been really good. My highs this year probably last game, senior night, where I got in varsity and I made a few plays that helped us come out with a win during that game. Improvements, I would just say consistency. You just gotta be consistent. We beat North, but then some games where we should have won, we didn't. So consistency is a big one. Fan support towards the beginning of the year probably could have been better, but now I think people are starting to come more, so it's getting better as the year goes on.
The boys basketball team captain and top scorer, Abe Shader, has something to say about his team.
Yeah, I've been pleased with our team's performance. It's been a fun season so far. Definitely the high was beating Lakeville North at their place. Some improvements. We can still play together a little bit better, but we're heading in the right direction. Fan support's been pretty decent. We've had some good games at home.
This is Rahul Menon reporting for the Southside.
Thanks, Raul. Congratulations to all of our winter sports teams and good luck to all of our spring sports team.
Southside reporter Braden Kircher did some fishing in Florida and Minnesota during the same week this winter to show the differences. Here's the story.
Ice fishing is a popular pastime here in Minnesota, but how does that differ in Florida now?
So typically when I go ice fishing, I like to bring obviously a pole that's shorter than a regular fishing pole, so you don't get you have enough room in your ice house. And then you got to bring an ice house if you want to stay warm, or you could rough it and just be outside and do it. Probably a Vexlar, which is a fish finder to find those fishies to try and catch them. I definitely bring some snacks, not for the fish, for me, because I get pretty hungry. And definitely bring wax worms and jigs, because that's what they typically like to bite on.
And what types of fish are commonly caught down in Florida?
We caught 4 different types of fish. We caught king mackerels, bonitas, yellowtail snappers, and tuna. I'd say for fish caught on the boat, the tuna was the hardest fought fish. Once they figure out their hook, they try and take you to the bottom and break the line off on the rocks. So they put up a pretty good fight trying to get away.
Now, what is better about fishing in Florida during the winter?
For starters, Florida, it's way warmer, the fish are bigger, and just more aggressive this time of year. And then up here, it's really cold and you just sit there and jig. It's kind of boring.
Fishing in Florida is vastly different than that of Minnesota. Braden reporting for the Southside.
Thanks, Braden. The state of Minnesota sells close to 1 million fishing licenses every year, and the fishing opener for walleye is on Saturday, May 11th. We will leave you with a video made in film analysis class by Gretchen Olson on the virtual reality game Beat Saber.
Thanks for watching.